Hi, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for mid-December. Though, remember, time is fluid, so whenever you find it is the right time for you. This is going to be for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Those intuitively guided to the channel, whatever brought you, welcome. Many of you know I'm a Virgo Sun. My boyfriend is a Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon. So a lot of Virgo. We live together now. A lot of Virgo in this house. All right, so let's get started. I just want to remind you if maybe you're in love with a Virgo and you just, want to see what's going on for them. I feel if you're here, then you're probably going to receive messages too. So keep yourself open to that. All right, guys. So we're going to do, these are going to be much quicker than the monthlies. So we're going to do our major arcanas. We're going to do one for love, one for career or money, and one for life. And then we'll take 3 cards off of each one. So that'll give us a nice, clear, interesting. I'm not sure how to take them. Card of Virgo. Perfect. Let's just go ahead and reveal this. We have the Fool. We have the Fool in your love life. We have the Hermit in your career. And then we have the Hangman just in life. So, let's see what's going on. See what's going on with that the Hangman. The Hermit is definitely illuminating your path for you. So I like that. Just saw the Magician. So some of you, you're getting into what it feels like powerful type energy. Maybe it's with, something that's going on in the sky. I don't know yet. Okay, we have 2 extra. We're going to take them. And they are the 4 of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands. Some of you may be moving from where you're currently living, and maybe you're questioning that. Maybe it's the question over it. It came up right away, so we'll see. Let's see. All right. Look at this. So in our life, we have the Hangman. We have the 9 of Cups, which is really good energy. It's feeling good within yourself. It's harmony within oneself. And, it looks like some of you are waiting to get to that point before you're ready to commit, perhaps to the King of Pentacles. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo is showing. So some of you, it could certainly be, the first thing I want to say is with the 4 of Wands, what I have right above it is the Tower, but right above that is the Wheel. So I kind of feel like this may be a repeat. But I feel like you're coming to the table with much more light, much more knowledge than you had before. And that can be over oneself because we do have the 9 of Cups down here, and the Hangman. So kind of, I'm gonna sit back and wait for a minute, and I kind of feel like that's what it is. I'm just gonna hang here and wait for a moment. Wait till I feel strong within myself before I make this commitment. Some of you may already be in that 9 of Cups energy, and that may be why, you have the Hangman coming over this King of Pentacles. It could certainly be why, like, I don't know if I want to move forward yet or not. If I jump up to your love life, though, it does look like I'm doing something again. So let's keep going. Life, we have the 3 of Pentacles. I like that a lot. And we have the 2 of Swords. Well, let's see what else we have. In love, we have the Queen of Cups, potentially Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. And we have the Six of Swords. It's interesting that the Fool's kind of, his back is to this Queen. So for some of you, I feel like this is you perhaps leaving this Queen. Or as the Queen, so let's talk about this for a second. The Queen of Cups is someone who really enjoys being in a relationship. She sees the, and so does Virgo, by the way. But the Queen of Cups really lives within that emotional house, right? So, but the Fool right next to her, it's kind of like they're going, well, somewhat opposite directions. Like the Fool is wanting to try something out here, and perhaps they do, and then realize that maybe I had what I truly wanted, that type of thing. I can see with the Tower and the Two of Swords, whatever decisions I'm trying to make here, you know, the only thing that's really holding me, I don't know if I want to say holding me back, but then here's the Hangman, so perhaps, is a previous Tower. Now it feels like you're coming to the table, and it's like I'm getting like you have a real sense of who you are now. Um, you're figuring out the importance of you. We all have our purpose, even if it's minute. It's important, to the next piece and the next piece and the next piece. Um, so I like that a lot. I never want to say, well, okay, so Tower is usually universal energy. It's usually something that forces our hand. And it can feel bad, right, at the time. It can feel really difficult at the time. But usually in the long run, we see the blessing of why that Tower showed up. And I kind of feel that is what, some of you are going through this process. It's like um, metaf- um, uh, metamorphosis. You're going from like the caterpillar to the butterfly. So let's go ahead, and we have Temperance on the bottom of the deck, card of Sagittarius, first of all, but this is about divine timing. And now I'm looking at that Fool, and the Fool is heading right towards Temperance. So divine order, divine timing, right? The Hermit down here, if nothing else, this may talk about being independent, right? With the Nine of Cups. And then the Hermit energy that's illuminating perhaps why this time period was important. Maybe someone went off and did something, but I feel like a lot of you took this Tower, and eventually it allowed you to go within. And going within allowed you to, or it reminded you of who you are, your uniqueness in this world. Maybe you're just getting a little piece of it right now, but I feel like it'll keep opening up for you as long as you're seeking, right? If you're seeking knowledge, the Hermit's always going to come through for you. So, but let's not, we have the Two of Swords and the Six of Swords right above that. So this is certainly talking about, for some of you, as it relates to love, perhaps coming back together. So let's look at the Six of Swords above this Two of Swords. The Six of Swords is really about the ability to see, first of all, what's toxic in my life, what doesn't serve my purpose, what doesn't serve my just serve you, to make your life better, right? To bring more light into the world. So first I have to realize that. And then from that point, I have to take action. And action, that is what the Six of Swords is. It's movement, right? I feel like this is a very gutsy card, because I feel like I see now what's toxic and what's not working and who's not working and that type of thing. And I am willing now at this point to go through that choppy water to eventually arrive at the most peaceful, calm type of water. So it's a journey, right? It's a journey. It takes some time. Temperance is here to back that up. Like, it takes a moment. Give it the time it needs. But wow, it's definitely showing like the progression. So do I want to recommit? Do I want to recommit with that tower right there? Yet the wheel right above it. I kind of feel like, and I know some of you get mad at me when I say this, but it's just what I feel. I feel some of you, and maybe your partner or your ex-partner who perhaps, listen, we know at one time there was a commitment. And I feel like that's what it's talking about with the hangman again. On the bottom. So I don't feel like this is an easy question at all, but it is showing getting inside one's head. And what's bringing me in that head is the tower. Interesting, we have an eclipse moon going on, and tonight I believe we also do. That is interesting. So, for some of you, and listen, this happens to me, I really feel affected by the moon. There's many times where I feel like, like chaotic energy within myself, and then I'll think to myself, I wonder if it was a full moon, or, my electronics start going haywire. Oh, it must be Mercury retrograde. So the more you know about it, I mean, I know very little, but, you know how things affect you, then you can prepare better. Okay, let's go through this. Let's start, excuse me. Let's start at the top. Let's look at the full. So this full could just be saying, yeah, I'm at the point where maybe I am ready to give something another shot, right? But it's like I'm waiting for divine timing. I'm waiting till it feels right within me before I make a commitment to another. And interesting, 6 of Cups on top of that, on top of the full. So this is someone of our past, which we kind of already knew. However, interesting, because I'm thinking some of you may be leaving this Queen of Cups heading towards someone of your past. Well, hello, Ace. So, 7 of Swords. Okay. So over the full, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is what I consider a blessing that's coming into your physical world. This means it's something you can touch. It's tangible. However, the 7 of Swords is beside that. But you know what? I'm not really feeling that as an untrustworthy energy, except for a few who are involved with this Queen of Cups. And I feel like this may be why there was a separation. Can be, male or female. It could just talk about, someone who is like, well, the Queen of Cups, when they're not being trustworthy, can be very flirty when it comes to love and that type of thing. So anyway, what I'm feeling, though, majorly for you is this is talking about a spiritual journey that you're on, and it's coming to the completion of that. And I feel like what that means for some of you is there's much more understanding, let's just say, of your spiritual world and how to use it in your material world, in your physical world, is really what I mean, your physical world. Which allows you to navigate much easier, I think. Wow. Prince of Pentacles. So with the King down here, now we have the Prince over that wheel. So it does feel like someone of an earlier time. And then look at this, it just shot across the table. Like, spend a moment on me. So it's the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups is energy of when I'm missing someone. It's energy when my focus is on the cups that have been spilt. Um, you know what I mean? Instead of realizing that there's still two cups yet to be found, right? So, you know, those two cups could represent two times. It may be the second time when it really comes together, because maybe you had to find yourself independently, right? Because this is both of these are very independent type energy. Anyway, um, you know, I mean, what can I say? Here's the Prince of Pentacles coming over the wheel. So I feel like this is who I was missing, or it's the other way around. It can be, you know, them missing you, or it's both. But what I love is we go from the 5 to the 6, so we have progression immediately. But not just that, we go from an energy where I'm focusing on all the towers, but not trying to figure them out in a spiritual sense. So for some of you, there's been this split, and it can be from a job, it can be from a lover, that type of thing. And I feel like with purpose, and that purpose is really for you. And I know a lot of you don't like this either, but let me tell you something. When you really get into your spirituality, you do walk this earth differently. I know I do. I have a lot less fears than I've ever had. And it is due to, you know, it's due to tarot and me opening myself up to my spirit guides, and the truth, right? Like, give me the truth. Okay, let's keep going. King of Pentacles. Some of you are with another Virgo, just as I am. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, by the way. Interesting how the King of Pentacles wants to keep coming out, even in his younger self. Let me grab this card I just blew. We have the Princess of Wands. Well, she's someone much like the Fool who is willing to take a chance. She's someone who, you know, and this could be a completely different you, perhaps. You know, like this time period that the universe is, you know, kind of forced my hand to take is really bringing me back to the Princess of Wands type energy. And she's a go-getter. She's someone who she doesn't get in her head. She'll take that chance, right? And then let the chips fall where they may type of energy. But it definitely coming to the table as your true self. And I feel like, honestly, um, in work and love, I feel like that is what was needed, right? Okay. So the Tower, it feels like to me, Seven of Pentacles. Look at that. I feel Seven of Pentacles is meant to be. Um, you know, it's not just joy in the world. Sometimes we have to go through this pain. This pain can teach us valuable lessons if we're open to it, right? Seven of Pentacles, I feel, is a very spiritual card. Also, I feel like it's those seeds that our soul has planted, the experiences our soul wants to take. And, you know, here comes one. You know, Seven of Pentacles says, have patience. And that can talk about allowing the Tower energy to fizzle out, because that's what it's doing up here. It's fizzling out. It's no longer what will be on your mind. You know, it will be more about the calm, peaceful waters. But Seven of Pentacles says, don't move too quickly. Don't move too quickly, right? Have patience. Allow things to develop how they should, and follow your intuition. She's someone who definitely would follow her intuition. So, and then you have the wheel above that, which, you know, can be the energy of destiny on top of that. We have the Nine of Swords right over the Two of Swords. That makes sense. That is the energy of truly unnecessary worry, to the point where literally I'm holding myself back. It can turn into depression. And I feel like some of you may have come very close to like the breaking point. But then something within you, probably your guides, whatever you want, your higher self, um, reveals something to you. So I do feel like it's almost like it takes me to the breaking point, um, almost like a mental breaking point. But here's the emotional part of it also, right? So the Emperor. The Emperor represents a boss. Card of Aries, by the way, represents someone that normally we would look up to. He's a leader, can be the leader of the people. This could be energy that you're moving into. This could certainly be, this tower, the losing of a position, a job, and even though, again, ugh, it sucks, right? And all that, I feel like, well, the purpose is because it's starting you on a different path that's more uniquely fit to you. So, you know, I feel like, how can that be bad? Again, I guess that's one of those things where you wait and see. Like right now, I'm telling you, it feels, well, it definitely feels meant to be. This whole reading feels meant to be. Purpose. We have the Three of Cups. Mm. There could have been stepping outside of a relationship, and that to me is one of the hardest things to deal with. Um, Lord knows I've had to deal with it. It's just heart wrenching. And, it takes a lot of guts, I think, to be willing to give someone another chance. Now, I feel like they have to earn it. Don't get me wrong. Like you need to see, you need to see proof. And that may be with the hangman. It's like, I want proof because I'm moving to a period where I'm feeling pretty okay within myself. So give me the proof. Proof is in the pudding. And then I'll move into the Four of Wands. Then I will make that commitment, whether it be to you or to some of you, it's yourself and starting your own business and bringing what you have to the table now. Look at that with the Nine of Cups in reverse. So, it's like, it's the pain, but then it's the recovery, it's the knowledge of, how these seeds of intention work. It is, even though I start to move into this Nine of Cups energy, which again I feel is independent, and really learning to feel good on myself. Here you come, and what will that do to my Nine of Cups? Now, I also feel for some of you, this is you, yeah, I don't want to say surrender, because Virgo doesn't like, we don't surrender. But this is like the hangman now moving into action. Look at this. The Star. Okay, so, by the way, I just want you to know, never in my readings ever would I recommend anyone going back to anyone who's been abusive to them. That type of information, that does not come through in my readings, not with my guides, right? They're showing me the light. Yes, there's hard lessons. And the thing is, if we don't want to see them, then are we doomed to repeat them? So let's take this relationship, for example. So it shows the tower. It shows potentially why the tower happened, right? Potentially, maybe somebody stepped out of that relationship. And listen, it could just have been in a flirting type thing. I don't know, but I do know one thing. I do feel the pain that was attached to that. Where was I going with this? Um, oh, well, and then I have the Seven of Pentacles over the wheel and this Prince of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles. What am I holding? The Star. Um, so, what am I trying to say? I don't know, other than, I was talking about the relationship. people can change. You know, ultimately it's up to you, right? It's up to you. But I feel like for some of you, there's a spiritual connection to this person and you feel it, you know it, you miss them, they miss you. Um, you know, the time apart, even though, again, the pain is recognized, it's also showing the potential of individual growth within that. Why? Well, because I want to illuminate that tower. I don't want to pretend it wasn't there. I want to, you know, I want to see the truths in that tower, and that's about them and myself. And that way, the tower doesn't recreate itself, right? It's up to me because of the Four of Wands below that, so it shows what can be, right? What can be. Um, but it is up to us, right? Either I'm going to tend the garden or I'm not going to tend my garden. If I don't tend my garden, my plants will die. That type of thing. Okay, anyway, the star, card of Aquarius. This is about your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. So, right over that Four of Wands, I feel like what it's saying to you is Temperance is saying, you know what? We're going to go ahead and bring it to you with this Ace of Pentacles. We're going to bring it to you. What you do with it after that will be up to you. So, if these two people can put in a true commitment to each other, and I feel like it will be clear, then you can go all the way with this. Sometimes it takes more than one try. Um, Sometimes people are still emotionally, what's the word I want to use? Immature. um, you know what I mean? And then we see the king. So we know there's been growth from that point. And then as it relates to your career and your money and your life, I feel like this is you taking a chance on yourself. This is talking about, again, I feel like here is the tower, boom, right? But then here's the star over that. So, you know, will you commit to your own dream of being, you know, bringing to the world your uniqueness? You know, if you're questioning that, should I? I feel like the answer is yes. You may be overthinking. You may be overthinking about starting the business, right? The emperor can be the business owner, the one at top. So, okay, let's take one over the king. Okay, that's way, well, ugh, see the lovers in there. I'm going to take them just because it's going to be a quick reading. I'm going to take them. Look at that. We have the Ten of Pentacles coming over that king. We have the Four of Swords coming over the Hangman, so that makes sense. Healing, right? Four of Cups. You know, I'm by myself. I'm feeling okay, but truth be told, I might be a little bored by myself. The Hermit coming over the Four of Wands. How beautiful. We have, for someone in Aquarius and Virgo, who are going to who are willing to make a commitment, again, to either, you know, this King of Pentacles can be you too, a commitment to oneself, though, with the 10 is really family. Look at that. There's the Two of Cups coming over this king. What can I say, guys? What can I say? Just this block alone is quite beautiful. This is what I truly hope for, right? This true commitment. Then you have the Hermit energy. For some of you, I know it's, you know, the energy of Virgo. Looking right at the lovers. And then what are they doing? They're recreating that 10 of Pentacles. But there it is. There it is. So, we'll get, you know, Eight of Wands, Seven of Cups, and the Sun. And I have to tell you, I feel like what this is saying is, yes, this is about movement forward, but it's really about moving myself out of my own head and out of my own like emotions that seem to be, you know, chaotic. And it's time for me to move into some real stability. Whatever I put into it is what I will get out of it. And by the way, with the Four of Wands, it means both people want to put this commitment in. Two of Cups, you know, first of all, it's a soulmate. Kind of knew that. I kind of felt it. So I like how your love life is looking. I already know some of the comments I'm going to get. But listen, here's the sun. So that is a time of really feeling good. And I have to tell you, the sun would mean nothing if we didn't have the towers. You know, because the towers show, we appreciate that sun so much more. If the sun was just always there, right? Just there, like, it's always happy, happy, No, you need hmm, the the distance type of thing. So, some of you are going to disagree. That's okay. I'm okay with that. But I feel like this is just talking about taking a moment, looking to see where you're at, and then from that point, you can kind of tell what kind of, like if you're really in your head where it's becoming way too much, um, it's time, it's time to look at it with another lens, because there's other perspectives than just our own. So anyway, I don't want to get into all that. You guys know what I mean. But hello, Ace of Pentacles coming over the full. So this is something that gives you an opportunity to do something brand new. Now, when I say brand new, it can be again with the wheel, because it is attached to that Six of Cups. And again, the Six of Cups is about where I decide to put my energy also. So it is somewhat of my past, but I'm thinking about the good memories of them, of the good times that we had. Here's the Five of Cups, here's the Six of Cups, 5 to 6. So the ability to have that progression is just a change of a lens. And that lens allows me to see things in a different light. And temperance is just like, you know, in divine timing. And I feel like you kind of know that with the hangman here. Like you kind of know that you had to take this time. So, but as I say that, I'm seeing the Seven Pentacles over the tower. So I do feel like even that tower was planted. Um, you know, I don't know. And it could be that garden was intended. So my plants died, my flowers died, right? But if I nurture that garden, it will be plentiful. And I'm going to leave it there, guys. I love you so much. It's funny. My short little videos, right? Yeah. I love you so much. You know that. I hope everyone has a happy holiday. Please, please, please stay safe out there. Be smart. Um, our job is to is to help care for our fellow brothers and sisters. So keep that in mind. And because, great things are happening. We've come a long way, but yet, you know, anyway, anyway. So I'm going to leave that there. I can't wait to read your comments. Leave your comments, good or bad. I can handle it. Um, and I will see you next time. I love you guys. Bye bye.